Today, we're diving into a little secret that's going to help you sound way more like a native English speaker, especially when we're talking about something we all love, food. I mean, think about it for a second. I'm going to eat lunch. I ate a snack. Let's eat dinner. Look, it's totally correct, but doesn't it sound just a little bit repetitive? If you've ever felt that way, trust me, you are not alone. But hey, don't worry because there is an amazing solution. We're about to level up your vocabulary with what I like to call the secret weapon of native speakers, phrasal verbs. They are going to add so much color, precision, and just a natural flow to all your conversations about food. Now, to make this super easy and, fun, we're not just going to give you a boring list. Nope. We are going to follow a short story, kind of like a day in the life, to see exactly how these phrasal verbs pop up in a natural context. Ready? Okay, so our story starts in the middle of a super busy workday. You're feeling a little bit peckish, right? But it's not quite lunchtime yet, so what do? Well, you snack on something. This just means eating a small amount of food really casually just to keep you going between meals. See? Doesn't that sound so natural? It's not some big formal meal. She's just casually eating a few almonds to tide her over. That is the perfect vibe for snack on. All right, later that day, you decide to go to the cinema. Now here we've got a similar but slightly different verb, munch on. And what I love about this one is the sound it suggests. Munch on almost always means that there's a little bit of a crunch involved. Exactly. You don't just eat popcorn. The sound is part of the whole experience. You munch on it. You could also munch on a crunchy apple or some carrots. It just perfectly captures that satisfying crunch. Okay, dinner time. A beautiful meal is on the table and everyone is ready to go. So instead of a simple let's eat, you can use two much more enthusiastic and friendly phrases. Dig in or tuck in. They both mean the exact same thing, to start eating excitedly. And they're often used as a warm invitation. This is a perfect example of how you'd use it with friends or family. It's so warm, it's inviting, and it's a signal that, hey, it's time to enjoy this amazing food in front of us. So definitely remember to use this one when you're excited to start eating. Now, let's imagine you're a parent and your kid is starting to lose interest in their vegetables. You might use the phrasal verb eat up. This is a gentle, or let's be honest, sometimes not so gentle command to finish all the food on your plate. You notice how it's an instruction, but it's often paired with a reason to encourage the person. You can say, eat up your dinner, or just simply eat up. It basically means leave nothing behind. Okay, let's switch to a totally different scenario. It's movie night at home. You've got pizza, you've got ice cream, tons of snacks. This isn't just eating, this is pigging out. It's a really informal, fun term for eating a huge quantity of food, maybe a little more than you probably should. This is the perfect example. I mean, nobody pigs out on a small salad, right? No way. You pig out on things that are indulgent and plentiful. It just captures that feeling of joyful overeating perfectly. So, let's say it's been a long week, and the absolute last thing you want to do is cook. What's the plan? You decide to eat out. This one is super, super common, and it just means you're going to a restaurant or a cafe for your meal instead of staying home. This is such a practical and common situation, right? It's a simple, clear phrasal verb that every English speaker uses all the time. So instead of saying, let's go to a restaurant, you can just say, hey, let's eat out. Okay, so we've seen these verbs in action, but let's quickly talk about the grammar. And don't worry, I promise it's really straightforward. Here are the top tips for mastering these phrases. Let's break this down real quick. First, if you see something in the definition, it just means the verb needs an object. Like snack on what? You have to add the food. Now, some of these verbs are separable. That means you can put the object in the middle. For eat up, you can say eat your vegetables up, or you can say eat up your vegetables. See? Both are correct. And this is the biggest rule to remember. If you use a pronoun like it or them, it has to go in the middle. You must say eat them up. Never ever say eat up them. That's a huge key to sounding natural. And there you have it. You've got the verbs, you've got the rules. Let's do a super quick recap to make sure everything sticks, and then I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. All right, here is your handy cheat sheet with everything we just covered. We have snack on for those casual bites, munch on for the crunchy stuff, dig in to start with excitement, eat up to finish your plate, pig out for when you're feeling a bit indulgent, and eat out for a meal at a restaurant. Honestly, this is a great one to screenshot for later. So I'll leave you with this question. Think about your next meal. Are you going to eat out tonight? Or maybe dig into a nice home-cooked dinner. Perhaps you're just going to snack on something in a few hours. The absolute best way to learn is to start using these phrases, so give it a try. Thanks so much for joining me today.